So I'd like to call the meeting to order. So please, with me, say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to
the
the
flag
of the United States
of
America,
and
and to the republic
for which
for
it
which it
stands,
stands,
one
one
nation,
nation,
under
under
God,
God,
indivisible,
indivisible,
with
with
liberty
liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you, everyone. All right, next item is the approval of the agenda. I ask my colleagues, I would like to ask for an amended agenda. Is there a second?
Second. So moved.
All right. I would like to add right after public comments a capital purchase request that we received the other day, and I believe you folks have the information on that. So we're going to add capital purchase request right before new business. Okay.
Okay.
Any other changes to the agenda? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion to accept the agenda as amended. Is there a second? Is there a second?
Second.
All right. All those in favor of the amendment for today's meeting as I'm sorry, the agenda for today's meeting as amended, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? All right, please note that the motion carried unanimously. Next item on the agenda is President's remarks. I have none other than saying thank you to my fellow colleagues here that for us to get together on such short notice and address this issue quickly. So thank you. Next item on the agenda is public comments. As noted in a special meeting, public comments are limited to the items on the agenda. So, and as with all other public comments, please say your name and your address, and I will now open the floor for public comments. Since we're doing it virtually, please just feel free to speak out, and we'll recognize you if you want to make a public comment. Okay, seeing none, I'll close the floor for public comments. We'll move into the next item on the agenda, which was the amended item, and that is a capital purchase request for the access control system. John?
All right, thank you, Doug. Hold on. So with the police station, which is just about complete, we did receive the invoice, and we had a proposal from ARC for access controls for all the doors. The original proposal and what we needed for the building came out to $13,959. Subsequent to that, and we went with ARC. ARC is doing all the work for this whole building, the rest of the building, and all the other buildings. So we had stayed with them. But in addition, over the last couple weeks, or the last week or two, there were some change orders. The chief and Lieutenant Leo had requested certain security for the doors, which is attached here, an intercom, remote door release, a console, an audio camera, which was $6,967. We also found out just recently that we needed a console, a separate like almost server or whatever for the police, that we couldn't use the one that we had for the rest of the building for several reasons, security or whatever. So then with all this, it comes out to $23,576. Now I'm coming to the board requesting authorization for what was requested by the chief and Lieutenant Leo, as well as my team here, Steve Grabowski and Steve Phillips. That's a total of $23,576. This is replacement. This is for replacement of an access system we had there that was so outdated, we couldn't even find it on the books. But we did have a access control for the doors there.
Okay, questions for John?
John, does this come out of the replacement reserves then, and not out of the budget of the police station?
Correct, Tom. Yes, we had a system there, but the answer is yes.
Any other questions?
Just a little more emphasis. Maybe Tom needs it. So Tom, as far as where we're at right now, that building is basically should be done in the next couple of weeks. We're coming in right now favorable to budget. I'll just use a round number, 200,000.
Oh, wow.
Is that correct? Yes, even 200. Yeah. Yep. Maybe a little higher.
Yeah, but it'll still, regardless, it's not going to get charged against the project budget. It's charged against replacement reserves because it was an existing asset. Okay. Any other questions for John? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion to accept the capital purchase request for the access control system.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, I'll call the question. All those in favor of approving the capital purchase request for the access control system, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed?
Doug,
right,
I'm gonna have to abstain, because I didn't see the last proposal that came through, because I've been on the road all morning, so it's
All right.
fine, it's still gonna pass, but I gotta abstain from the vote, because I just haven't seen it, so I
right.
apologize.
Can please record the vote as six yay, 1 abstain. Okay, thank you, everyone. All right, next item on the agenda is new business.
Doug, I just want to identify who's in the room, please. I asked Eddie Wells to come for this next item, and we've also brought Mike McCabe from the county. I just want to identify that he's in the room in case there's any questions.
Very good. Thank you, John. Next item on the agenda is new business, motion to approve the sewer pipe requested by the county, and that's made by me. The motion moved to approve the request from the county to install underground sewer pipe on OPA property at a location not within the easement. The purpose and effect is granting the request will allow a direct run of underground pipe to connect the locations and minimize the associated costs. The background is that the drawing that was provided indicates the locations of the underground pipe that will connect a portion of the medical center lot to the existing sewer system. The proposed location of the pipe will be slightly outside of the easement, which is the reason for the request. Is there a second?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right. Discussion.
So I have a question. Is there any adverse environmental impact to be expected from this?
So yeah, you can't see Eddie and Mike McCabe from the county, and even for me, we're going to say no. Nope.
Okay. And then my second question is, it's not real clear from this drawing, but how far out of the easement is it?
Roughly about 5 feet.
Okay, and so it doesn't affect private property, it's just Ocean Pines property owned by us.
Yeah,
Okay.
so Colette, that's actually why they're doing this. They're trying to stay away from the properties as much as they can.
Okay,
So is
Thank
that,
Hold on.
is that the reason why it's outside the easement?
Yes.
Yeah, it's my understanding that they took that route to avoid cutting down trees, disrupting private property, and at the same time being able to minimize the cost. Is that a true statement, John?
That's spot on, Doug. Yes.
Okay. Other
Yes,
questions?
I'm saying yes.
The county guys and Eddie
I got a
agree?
question. Is
Steve.
it tunnel the entire distance or board, I mean? For the entire
I'm sorry,
length of the pipe or just under the parkway?
The entire situation will be boring on the ground.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Other questions? Seeing none, I'll call the question. All those in favor of the motion as presented to allow the county to run a water sewer pipe outside of the easements, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Please record the vote was unanimous.
Gentlemen.
There are no more items on the agenda, so I will call for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second,
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
aye.
All right. Meeting adjourned. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, John. And tell Eddie and Mike from the county, thank you for attending.
Okay, bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Stay dry.